Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Ella Neezer is the kind of person who doesn't believe in slow moments. Her calendar is full. Her priorities are professional, precise, and unrelenting. As the CEO of a thriving New York travel agency, she's built her life on deadlines met, climbing charts, and the hustle of making success happen. Yet when Christmas rolls around, Ella decides she simply won't be part of it, or so she thinks. What she doesn't expect is that her attempt to skip the holiday by boarding a long-haul flight will turn into the journey of her life. Because Ella is about to meet the ghosts of her past, present, and future, and in doing so, she will confront not only what she's left behind, but what she's been running toward. The story opens with Ella nervously pacing her big glass office in Manhattan. She's dismissive of coworkers' holiday decorations, avoids the festive chatter, and pushes through the last-minute bookings with steely efficiency. She doesn't do mistletoe, she doesn't do caroling, and she absolutely doesn't do nostalgia. But somewhere inside, the walls she's constructed around her heart are beginning to crack. Things begin to shift when Ella receives a business trip invitation. One she accepts despite her better instincts, a flight to Sydney, Australia. On Christmas Day, as she boards the plane, she's determined to be unreachable by family, unreachable by emotions. She sits, straps in, and prepares to surf through clouds, avoid connection, and avoid reflection. Enter the first ghost. In a clever modern twist on the classic tale, Ella's journey is haunted not in a Victorian manner, but at 35,000 feet. The ghost of Christmas past appears in the form of someone who knows Ella when she wasn't hardened, when ambition and hope were still intertwined. In flashback sequences, we see her earlier years, bright-eyed, excited for possibilities, loving and open to romance. She recalls dancing at a holiday party, exchanging jokes and shy smiles, building dreams of partnership and kindness. And when that ghost asks her, "Do you remember who you were?" Ella winces because she remembers. But she chooses to forget. As the plane hums and the cloud lights shift, Ella is jolted into memories she has tried to bury. She remembered the love she left behind, her ex, Jake. She remembered the laughter, the warmth of a shared holiday memory. And she realized that in chasing success, she edited out the parts of herself that needed care. Next, the ghost of Christmas present. On the same flight, Ella is confronted with the life she is currently leading. We see her traveling, seemingly successful, but isolated. Her assistant, loyal and kind, sits beside her, quietly enduring the neglect and the pressure. Ella is reminded that while she climbs higher, the people around are left behind. Sent holiday texts unanswered. Left off invites. Her sister's decorations, her mother's wistful phone calls, all evaporate into the echo of her footsteps on polished floors. The present means facing the scoreboard of her life. Profits, clients, new markets, and realizing that none of it fills the emptiness of unshared moments. On the flight, the spirited, slightly mischievous guide of the present reminds Ella, "You built this empire, but who built memories with you?" The questions land with weight, and for the first time, Ella's carefully constructed armor trembles. Finally, the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Here the tone changes. It's silent, somber, foreboding. We glimpse the future Ella might inherit. No laughter echoing across a living room, no warmth by a fireplace, no partner to share victory or defeat. The travel agency still thrives, but the seat next to her is empty. Holidays are business trips. New offices replace homecomings. The flight she's on becomes the pattern of the lonely trek. As the future plays out, Ella sees a version of herself alone in a penthouse, the champagne cork popped, the toast made, but the cheers is only echoed by the glass. She realizes that the success she clings to may have turned into a cage. And in the hush of that revelation, the plane's engines feel like heartbeat drums, persistent, unrelenting. She must decide, stay on this trajectory or change course. On the ground, or rather, the plane that lands, the reunion is set. Jake, the man she once loved, appears unexpectedly. He's older, gentler, still kind. He represents the what if she never allowed herself to explore. In him, She sees the possibility of partnership, not just in business, but in life. They walk through the airport, under Christmas lights, and Ella's lips part in surprise. She sees what she almost missed. The dialogue between Ella and Jake is gentle, honest. No recriminations, just recognition. In this reunion, Ella realizes her turning away wasn't just from him, it was from herself. She had abandoned the sparkle of love for the glare of success. Jake asks her, "When did you decide you were done believing in magic?" And Ella knows the answer, when she forgot that success means nothing if there's no one to share it with. Throughout the film, the setting itself becomes a character. The vastness of the sky outside the plane window, the hum of the engines during introspective flashbacks, the holiday decorations twinkling in the terminal. All of it mirrors Ella's internal landscape, wide, open, shifting from cold blue to warm gold as she transforms. What makes this version of the story special is how it modernizes the classic A Christmas Carol framework. Instead of a miser in Dickensian London, we have a woman flying across continents. Instead of a counting house ledger, we have quarterly earnings and global expansion. And instead of icy isolation, we see someone surrounded by people, connected by Wi-Fi, yet entirely alone. Erin Krakow brings Ella alive with a layered performance, at first sharply efficient, later vulnerable, and finally open. She doesn't simply deliver the lines, she embodies the shift. When she realizes that the boardroom glare doesn't match the glow of kindness in someone's voice, you feel it. What began as a scripted business trip becomes a soul trip. And then romance returns, not as an afterthought, but as a possibility reborn. Ella's transformation isn't just professional, it's personal. She learns to invite others into her world, to let down her guard, to stop flying above the clouds and land in a place where connection matters. She learns that Christmas isn't a date on the calendar or a portfolio item. It's a moment of choosing people over plans, love over leverage. The supporting cast adds texture. The assistant whose patience says more than complaints. The quirky flight crew spirits who deliver wisdom with humor. The ex-fiancé who stands quietly while Ella finds herself again. The movie combines laughs with tears, business suits with boarding passes, and yet it always keeps the heart at the center. Toward the end, the climax comes as Ella makes a decision mid-flight. She opens her laptop again, poised to send one more client email. But her finger hovers. The hum of the cabin fades. Her eyes linger on the window where dawn breaks over clouds, paints the sky in pink and gold. She closes the laptop. She turns to the man beside her. She reaches out. The chain of ambition begins to unlock. The closing scenes show Ella stepping off the plane in Sydney. The skyline glitters. The holiday decorations are bright. But what glitters most is Ella's new light. Brave, warm, inviting. She hugs her assistant. She calls her mother. She sends Jake a note. "Can we start again?" He smiles. The future isn't fixed, but it's hopeful. In the final frame, Ella looks up at the sky as snow begins to fall, even in Australia, under the southern hemisphere stars. She whispers, "I believe." And the Christmas spirit she once ignored now lives in her. Christmas above the clouds reminds us that no matter how high we climb, if we don't invite others along, the view is empty. It tells us that success is sweetest when it's shared, that love is the greatest journey, and that sometimes the detour we dread becomes the destination we need. It takes the age-old lesson of A Christmas Carol and lifts it into a modern realm, reminding us that redemption isn't just for Ebenezer Scrooge. It's for anyone who's ever forgotten their own heart. So if you're looking for a holiday movie that blends warmth with wit, business with belief, and boarding passes with second chances, this one might just be your next favorite. Because light up as Ella does. Because love wins as Ella discovers. Because Christmas isn't about being above anything. It's about being present, grounded, connected. And when the credits roll, you'll feel it. The kinds of wings we all need aren't always in first class. Sometimes they're in the arms of a friend, the promise of a reunion, and in the courage to land somewhere real. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.